under a rock on Twitter the last week. You missed out on
Twitter.
the video of all videos. No. It's epic. It's 1 week old.
I know.
Right now. It's only a week old, and yet it'll live in infamy.
Yeah.
You body slamming DeHuff.
Didn't really go as planned.
I've been thinking about it a lot in the shower.
I have been. There comes a time when you think that, hey, as you choreograph something, this is going to work out. And the next thing you know, you execute it. And, people get hurt.
But I think a lot of people have been curious, since it is a week old.
Right.
How is our boy DeHuff doing?
Oh, he's doing fine.
Well, let's ask him. Because what your definition of fine might be different than his. How you feeling, Scotty?
Scott.
Guys, it hurts to talk.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I'm fine. It's fine. I've been doing videos all week. I'm good.
You are good. You were running the steps at Red Rocks the other day.
Like an hour after Mark viciously attacked me and broke my ribs, I was doing push-ups at Casa Bonita with Kendall on my back.
Right. I think that's probably what hurt his rib.
No. Listen, I fought through the pain. It's fine. People like...
Well,
I have a cracked rib.
One thing you have to understand.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Before we go any further,
Right.
You guys are jerks.
you have got to share what your wife predicted
So my wife saw the video
early on Friday. Early Friday afternoon.
And she said, because, we tend to poke fun at Scott a lot, like Scott will head to the emergency room with a hangnail.
You're such a jerk.
And so my wife, literally this is without any prompting, I promise. I showed her the video and she goes, you guys are idiots. She goes, Scott will be checking himself into the emergency room any minute. And so I started laughing.
She said specifically a time.
Well, I put the time on it. I said, what do you think? She goes, any minute. And I go, all right, I don't think he's going to go. I don't think he's going to go. She goes, I guarantee you he's going to go. And I go, okay, I'm going to put 7 p.m. And she goes, okay, whatever, but he'll be in before that. And I go, okay, done, 7 p.m. So then I called Scott and I said, hey, dude, I tried to guilt him into not going, right? My wife just called you soft. She said you're going to be in the emergency room before 7 p.m. He goes, does urgent care count if I go at 7:01? I go, if you can make it to 7:01, you're good. And sure enough, about 5 o'clock, I see the bleeding heart video. Like, I'm in the emergency room. It really hurt.
Here's what's funny. So I go in and I have to explain to the doctors what happened to me. They're like, okay, go over. How did was it a fall or did you get, somebody hit you? I was like, well, it's kind of both. And well, where did you fall? Where was the impact? I was out of it because it happened at 9 o'clock. By the time I went in there, it was 5 and dealing with the crap all day. I was like, just watch the video. And I kid you not, each doctor that I showed the video to, they all were cracking up. They're like, I know you're in pain, but that's pretty funny.
Right.
And then the last doctor I showed it to, he's like, okay, go through the story again, just so I can hear it from you. By the way, I'm a big time listener. I'm like, oh crap. I was like, so I tell him the story. I was like, it's just it was bad hand placement. Like we practiced it. Just Mark's hand was just in the wrong place. He's like, wait, which guy was it? I said it was Schlereth. Oh, classic stink. Oh. And I'm like, oh, jeez. But
the truth of the matter is, I've been limping around. I was limping around for 3 or 4 days because I hurt my hip and my wrist because Scott fell on I should file a claim because Scott.
Shut up.
Scott, is awkward and unathletic, falls on my wrist, almost broke my wrist.
That's my fault.
Yeah, that's your fault.
I just want to know.
We all live to tell about everything's
one
good.
thing that I did agree wholeheartedly with DeHuff was he at least deserved to get a steak dinner out of all this.
Yeah, how's that going, Mark?
Yeah, I'll give him a steak dinner. I don't have any problem with that.
Since I was there and I witnessed the whole thing,
right.
I had a little bit of emotional trauma, so
right.
I probably deserve a steak too.
Do you?
Yes.
Or should you just eat a salad, Mike? Let's be honest.
Yeah. With no dressing.
We got this from...
I like working the bone.
We got this from Face Tattoo Guy. Oh, man, so funny to hear Evans act like he's so tough.
What?
Evans had a cracked, broken rib. He
Mike,
We never hear the shut up about it. Yeah, you're right. I
You had your sternum cracked
all
open.
I've done recently is have my chest cracked, split, heart taken out, valve replaced, sewn back up, and 2 days later I was walking out of the hospital.
But that's your own fault. You had a faulty heart valve.
I did have a faulty
That's
heart
on
valve.
you.
Right. Yeah.
Mine was
I didn't
mine.
hold
Oh, the meatball.
There's nothing to separate your
When you
heart
saw
valve.
me
That
2
wasn't
days,
on
when you
me.
saw me 2 days after I had it done, was I sitting there going, oh.
No, I know you look good.
Am I doing that, Mike? No. I'm doing push-ups with a woman on my back. I'm running Red Rocks like a man.
I was eating your wife's chocolate chip cookies.
I know.
They were delicious.
Actually, you did a pretty good job, Scott.
That's just a typical Tuesday for you.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. But I have gone 5 days without bringing anybody ribs at work, so that's good.
I did get a lecture from my brother this morning from Australia.
I know.
He's like, this is it. Hey, John, I'm doing a show right here.
Hey,
Sorry. Wow. I just had to yell at somebody.
wow,
I
are you
almost
all right?
channeled my 10 years ago where I used to yell at interns. I don't want to do that to you, John.
By the way, hindsight being 2020, probably a pretty stupid move on our end.
Oh, I thought it was tremendous.
But we planned it out. That's the thing. It's like we planned it out. It's not like we just went.
Sometimes the best laid plans, they go awry.
Well, look, it was very timely. It was the Colorado High School Wrestling Championships.
I know,
We had talked about how you had been a state champion in Alaska, and I had a
had one
heavyweight
signature
division and
move.
one signature move, and I naturally was curious. Well, I want to know about the Saturday Night Ride.
Mm-hmm.
And you
And
were
the
like,
over-under lateral
over
drop.
under lateral drop into the Saturday Night Ride. So I just wanted to see what that was.
What was
and we
yeah.
needed DeHuff to.
And Scott volunteered.
He volunteered.
What was weird though is just like Mike said, start filming, and then he sat down and smoked a cigarette and
Right.
watched the whole thing. It was
Right.
really weird. He's
Could
like,
you imagine if I'd have done that to Ben, he'd still be part of the carpet.
Oh God.
Millennial Ben,
Ben would look like a mat that you put in front of your front door. Well, you just wipe our shoes on Ben. Yeah, Flat Stanley.
this is what it would be. This is what the email would read from our company. So Ben died today. He got snapped in half. Who knew?
I mean, literally, that move that you did on DeHuff, if you had done on Millennial Ben, you literally would have snapped him in half.
Yeah.
I mean, there's...
Poor little fella.
Poor little fella.
All right.
His head would have popped off.
We'd be doing the walking away music with Millennial Ben. Remember Millennial Ben?
Everybody lived.
Millennial Ben, a lot tougher than I thought.
But-
Everybody lived to tell about it.
But let me say this real
We're
quick.
all good.
Let me say this real quick. I don't hate Mark. There's a lot of people out there that want me to, they're like, Mark is, a vicious animal. He should know better.
Well, he clearly doesn't know his own strength.
Well, I gotta tell you.
He's like Lenny.
I gotta tell you, tell me again how I get to feed the rabbits.
It still hurts to laugh.
I gotta tell you, there was part of me at first I felt really bad, but then I had this overwhelming sense of pride that I can still break somebody's ribs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The unmitigated power.
Let's be honest. You didn't break a rib. Okay, there's like a little.
It's fractured, Mike.
Little tiny.
I don't know that I agree that it's really
fracture.
fractured.
I mean, people who sprain their ankle do more damage
I know.
than
I think
was
it's
done to DeHuff.
I think it's bruised. And it didn't even get to the surface. The bruise is deep. It didn't even come to the surface. There's no purple.
No.
I had a little purple on my hip.
How do you know? Have you been checking out when I change in the bathroom? Because I do that frequently here.
Do you?
Yes.
I've been spying on you. Wait, where's Mike's drop? Where's the mic drop? Hey, is that your daughter?
Hi, is that your daughter?
Hi, is that DeHuff?
Hi. Hi, DeHuff.
Hey, you
just freaking did that.
I see your ribs.
Can I see your ribs?
Hey, is that DeHuff? Can I see your ribs?